Hey, what's happening, everybody? I am Aunt Pruitt. This is Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit podcast with a dog that decides to walk in and whimper. I guess he needs to go out and take a shit or something. What the hell is going on? Why am I even bothering trying to record the dadgum show if everything is wanting to go wrong right at this particular moment? Anyway, this is the podcast of everyday people living everyday life, considering like right now.
Totally right now. This is the example of everyday people doing everyday shit. He needs to go shit right now. And he's whining.
And you know what? I'm not cutting any of this out. So
no, and we've been
you can go downstairs and open the door and manage that. I will holler at everybody here.
Thank you.
Chat. So
unbelievable. I got to take care of the baby.
Okay, so take your headphones off first. There we go. So you won't have a trip. Lord have mercy, y'all. Anyway, this is the podcast where we sit here on these mics, usually like every Wednesday or so, and just talk and share what's going on in our day-to-day lives, everyday lives, because we are everyday people. And sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes it's totally off the wall. Thank y'all for being here, especially here in our live YouTube chat. If you're in YouTube and you haven't done so yet, hit the thumbs up button, the like button there on the screen, so YouTube will show us some love. Good to see folks in the chat. We have people in here already. That's freaking awesome. We got, see here, John Helms. We got Cinder Fractal with lots of questions already scrolling in. Thank y'all so much for that. And you say, which dog was that? That was Biscuit. That was punk ass Biscuit coming in here. And I guess it's not really, a problem, considering this is about the time that they have to go out for the evening. They usually go out right about this time, and then they don't go out no more until the early morning. But yeah, I'm just leaving that in. It's been an interesting day, a little tired. For those of you that don't know, I took on a part-time janitor gig, which works graveyard shift overnight, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that was what I had to do here recently. So I got in this morning at 10 a.m. and would have been fine, but I didn't get to take a decent nap like I normally would in the middle of the day, because good news, I had a phone interview today. Well, actually it was over Zoom for a contractor gig that I'm hoping to get. So that sort of threw my sleep schedule off. And then right after that, I ended up going to a baseball game because I had a request to shoot a baseball game, and I can't turn that request down, even though I'm freaking dog tired. So I went and shot that high school baseball game today. So yeah, my voice sounds weird, and my voice sounds weird because I'm tired. That's all. But anyway, this is no complaints. This is not necessarily whining. It's just, it is what it is. And when you need some work, you got to do shit like that. You know what I mean? But anyway, what is going on with you folks here in the chat while we wait on her to come back? I see there was another question about Much Ado. Was it Much Ado that I saw in there? Congrats on the play. Much Ado. Yeah, congrats on the play. That was, I'm telling you, man, it was such a great performance by her. I got to give her props, give her credit. And then you guys were asking about Pippin, Pippin as well. And to my knowledge, Pippin has been completed too. She did that last week. I want to say like last Friday. And I believe it went very, very well. But, someone has just walked back up in here and they're grabbing their glasses and cleaning them up. And there's one dog. I guess she'll grab her headphones momentarily here. But
I'm gonna send it.
Send me what?
Photo of.
You got your breath? you good over there?
I'm gonna sit. I sound like a robot. I have a photo of myself. It's a selfie. Mm-hmm. Hi, hey everybody. How y'all doing? I didn't get to say hey, I had to
catch your breath there. Go ahead.
And I'm not even talking into the mic, but hi everyone. How y'all doing? We just living every day Life.
Yep, I've covered that.
Okay. Well, I want to say it too.
Anyway, so what are you about
I'm going to send
me?
you a picture of the selfie of my costume, what I chose to wear, because this was for a class. Pippin was for a class, and it wasn't the play Pippin. It was every student had scenes they had to do from musicals, and the professors chose things that they thought would be for all the individuals. So mine was the leading player in Pippin. And that was my song, and I had to learn the lyrics and dance to go to that. And then other people had theirs. Somebody had a scene from The Sound of Music. Somebody had, just stuff like that, just different scenes, and it was wonderful. All of them were just great. And it was a lot. She started with a lot of people that had never done anything in theater, but they got up and sang their solos.
Yeah.
And mine was Magic to Do, just for you.
Only a few people will know what that reference is, because I'm not one of them. I just heard you singing
just
it
for you. We got
about 200 times for one day.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm trying to send this photo. It's so hard to focus.
Okay, let's just.
But no, I'm gonna do. You can keep talking. We are still talking.
Anyway, I was telling everybody that was here and listening, what's been happening with me. Today, I went to work this morning, but I also had that phone interview, and the phone interview was it was fun. It was. I don't even know if you can call it a phone interview, even though it's over Zoom. So I guess it's actually a virtual interview since you do it over Zoom. And I think it went well, but some of it, I sort of laughed to myself in retrospect just because of my personality type. And I can't say, I hear my phone, but I don't know why I don't see it. But anyway, I can't say exactly who I was interviewing with just yet. I don't feel comfortable saying that. But in retrospect, when I think back on the conversations and how people talk to me, and how I respond, I feel like I surprise a lot of people, sometimes in a negative way.
Oh, no. Why do you... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, I mean, look, I am about as binary as they come. You know what I mean?
I do, but I mean, you just say what? You don't.
I'm very black and white. I'm very black and white.
Oh, there's no gray. Yes,
there's
that
no
is
gray
true.
area.
That is absolutely correct.
Binary is on or off.
Sorry,
that's what binary is. Okay.
I'm learning.
Okay, you know what binary is. Come on,
I've heard the word.
You especially deal with it at that daggum junior college. Non-binary.
I know. I didn't know exactly what that meant. I just knew it was in the LGBTQ whole thing, but I didn't know what it was.
Well, anyway, from a metaphorically speaking, I am very, very binary. I am very black and white. It's either on or it's off kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I can't get away from that, even though most general conversation that people have is in metaphors and adjectives and just, all kinds of weird descriptors or what have you. And that's just not how I talk.
No.
So I had this, Cinder Fractal. Man, you just nailed it. See, this is some nerd talk right here. He nailed it. It says WYSIWYG, which is short for what you see is what you get. That's pretty much me. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for getting me. I appreciate that. And he says genuine. John Helm says no filter. Wait a minute. I do have a filter.
Somebody says you don't have a filter.
John, I do have a filter, cuz come on.
Oh, wow.
But it is, I am pretty binary.
Can they see me?
Yeah, they see you.
I don't see me.
Anyway, I'm done worrying about shit now because that battery's probably dead. I'm done worrying about shit.
Okay.
Anyway, talking about the conversations I had in that interview, even just having in general with people throughout my day to day or what have you, everybody just talks in these wild parables and storytelling and stuff like that. And that's just not me. And I had 2 instances recently. This is the second instances with the interview, because it was for a video producer role, contractor role. And basically I will just handle getting stuff created, cut, and published. That's it. You know, I don't do the shooting. I don't do any of the recording, but it'll be my vision as far as how the actual footage gets put out. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. That's what producers do.
Yeah.
And just listening to some of the stuff that they were asking for and that, and when I think back on what I said, it was a lot of, yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yeah. and I didn't really give the whole wow talk, if you will. You know, it's just,
what, you supposed to go into detail, or
I don't know. I don't know.
What did
the person's,
did you have it? I guess, do they want to?
I don't know. Before you even ask, I don't know. But it just crossed my mind after the fact, because there was a couple times when I'm looking at body language on the screen as I'm talking to them, it almost seems like I may have locked them up at a second here and there, just like, ooh, damn, that's harsh, or damn, that's straightforward. But then there's the majority of the conversation. It was really, really, really warm and open body language that I was getting from them. So I feel good about it. Mm-hmm. It's just, this whole thought was in the back of my head. And like I said, that was just instance number 2. The first instance is, you all know I have this retreat coming up. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that retreat, which is called the Hoffman Institute. Yeah. And I see you, John, you was joking with me. It's all right. Smart ass.
Institute.
But it's called the Hoffman Institute. And folks, I'll put a link in the description if you want to research it. So it's pretty hardcore. They reached out to me, and you got to do some homework beforehand before you even get there. And it's pretty extensive. The homework says, please allow 8 to 10 hours to get this homework completed before your session. I did it in about 2. You remember that? I think it was a couple Sundays ago. I put a message in the chat and I was like, look, y'all, leave me alone. I got shit to do. I need to be in here locked up and knock this stuff out, because I need it to be done by tomorrow. And I knew that it said I need 8 to 10 hours to do it. So I was just going to spend that day to get it done. I think I did it in about 2 hours, you know? So I send the stuff over to them. Of course, they emailed me back in a day or 2. Hey, can you call us?
What? Are they saying you special?
So she was like, so yeah, we were looking at your homework, and thank you for completing it, but you were very succinct on your answers. And I was like, yeah, you know. And so she would pull up some examples of some stuff in the homework, some example questions, and basically ask me the question on the phone 1-to-1, and I'd answer it literally, you know, in about 2 sentences or so. You know, like, what do you think of your mother? Oh, I love my mom. My mom is she's baddest woman on the planet. She kicks ass. I'm thinking we're done here.
Yeah.
Apparently we're not.
Oh. So is this like a learning thing?
It's
is this
lot.
work?
It is.
I thought you were going.
It is a retreat for self-help. You know, it is a retreat for me to work on some things for myself.
Oh, okay.
You know, so there's going to be some work involved. And the way it's described is it could be pretty
eye-opening,
pretty demanding, pretty trying, because you can potentially reach into some buried traumas that you have, and you may have, you know, just sort of suppressed them over the years, and you could potentially reach into them and pull them out. And so you may hurt some, you know, because they're going to talk a lot about your childhood and your parents, you know, and for some people that shit's pretty hard, you know. Some of the questions that were asked in that about myself when it comes to my parents, in particular my dad. My dad was, I've been on record, my dad was a piece of work, man. That dude was something else. He's not always the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not going to call him a piece of shit, but he was quite...
Oh, no, because you did have good moments.
Yeah, I'm not going to call him a piece of shit, because I did know that dude cared about me and my sibling, you know, my sister. I know he cared. I know he loved us, you know, but boy, he was trifling at times, you know. He just, he was trifling, you know. So they're going to ask about that kind of stuff, because for some people that is traumatic. I personally don't see my relationship with my dad as something that's traumatic. I personally don't. Other people may say, dude, yeah, you're just buried in that. That's definitely some trauma that you got. I seriously do not.
So if in the process, they will help you deal with that trauma so you can see yourself in a different way or better way, but you got good reviews from other people who...
Yeah, that's part of it. Is
it's like taking ayahuasca.
Pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. It's going to be an eye-opening experience, and first off, help you deal with some of that stuff, deal with some of those traumas, and help you change your life to be a better person, be a better listener, better lover, better someone with more empathy. I mean, they cover a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is based on, you know, your childhood and what you thought was love in your life, because a lot of people have various definitions of what love was coming from their family and from their parents in particular. And one of their key messages is the thing about parents is none of the parents really get it right, because we're all sort of learning for the first time. Your grandparents, they were learning for the first time. Yeah. Your great grandparents, they were learning for the first time.
Everybody
So
was.
it all just sort of trickles down. Yeah. Generation to generation. And a lot of the stuff that trickles down from me, I can't say I have a problem with it.
We're going to find out. You will find out.
You know, right. You know, because you know my moms, you know my dad, you know my grandparents. And you saw how all those folks operate. And again, my mom's one of the smartest women I know, period, hands down. And has got proof in the pudding. It ain't just all talk. Right. It's she don't even talk the talk. She just walks the damn walk. She walks the damn walk. You know?
I am totally in love with your mother.
You know, and I'm dead serious.
Respect.
She's
totally
earned
respect.
Every bit of that respect.
Yes, she has, and she can tell you and give you suggestion in such a way that it's easier to take it in. She doesn't like, you don't need to be doing it. You know, that's how I grew up, and it was like, it's just the delivery on parenting. It's the delivery, and all of us, nobody knew what they was doing.
Right.
But we all get held accountable for what we did forever.
Man. Dude, it's, and of course the phone is buzzing because Hardhead is wanting the message right now, but okay. Anyway, but yeah, that's the gist of all of that. And again, I said all that to say I had struggles with doing the homework assignment that was supposed to take 8 to 10 hours. I did it in about 2, and that concerned them. Even though I saw,
they're probably like, "Can you get on the plane and come now?" Can you come now? I think we go ahead and get a head start with you.
Oh gosh, dude.
Oh my word.
It was, I don't, again, just the tone in her voice when she called. She was like, yeah, we need you to dig a little deeper. And I said, well, I don't necessarily have anything else to divulge on it. And it basically turned into me giving a few more adjectives here and there, at least in my opinion, you know, because she asked about myself and my own personal outlook and how I feel. And for the most part, granted, I've had some frustrations these last 2 weeks with all of the bullshit with finding a gig and finding a place to live. But for the most part, man, Aunt Pruitt loves him some Aunt Pruitt, and has been pretty happy with his life. Not satisfied, but pretty happy with his life. And I mentioned that, and she was like, well, where did that come from? And I said, well, most of it comes from my parents and from football. Because football, everything I learned in football equates to a life lesson. Every single thing equates to a life lesson somewhere.
That young man said that last night too. Yeah,
he did say that in that banquet. And so, and I just left it at that. And again, she was like, tell me more. You need to tell me more. And that's just not how my brain thinks.
Well, it will.
Man, it's just not how my brain thinks. And maybe that's something that they're going to help me with. We got more folks in here chattering it up on the live stream. Ozone Nightmare has made his appearance. Good to see you.
Hi.
He says they lost one of their dogs. No. Biscuit and Kylo, they are here making all kinds of ruckus as usual.
Look, he heard his name, done stood up.
No, you can sit down, dude. Cinder Fractal comments on the Hoffman Institute. Yeah, because he knows Jason Howell went there. Yeah, Jason Howell went to it. And then John says sports teach many lessons. Yes, it does. It does. I'm dead serious. Football freaking changed my life. And Mary Stafford has popped in.
Hi.
Mary says, hey, Phoebe.
Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. That is so awesome.
Well, look here, Mary. You didn't say hey to me.
This is Aunt Pruitt.
Son of a, I mean, I got the mics, I got the screen. You can say hey to me, shit.
Pay him no mind.
And thank you for the super chat, Ozone. It says, happy Wednesday, Pruitts. Hope all is well with you both.
Thank you.
We are pushing along, brother. Unbelievable as always.
It's been an interesting evening already.
Yeah, you should have seen the beginning of this show. The edited version won't show it, but I got to tell you, the unedited version was quite a bit of a train wreck.
It was.
There is something that I wanted to ask you about. Now I just totally lost it in my brain. Dang it. So in the interim, we're going to pause for a quick commercial break to try to get some ad dollars coming through here. So thank y'all for the continued support. Just sit there for 1 second. We shall be right back after this. And we are back. Thank you all for hanging in there and being here on this here show, Everyday People. Subscribe in whatever podcast app you're enjoying us on. And if you're in YouTube right now watching live, I'm talking to you, Miss Mary Stafford. Please hit the like button right now on your screen so YouTube will show us some love.
Thank you for being here.
She has said some more stuff here in the chat. Let me pull that up there. She says, Nice to meet you, sir. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I feel better now. I feel better. Sounds like you'll be doing some deep self-reflection. Yeah, that is definitely.
I'm nervous now. Seriously.
That is definitely the point of the Hoffman Institute. It is so serious, okay? Because as I've told you in the family, I'm going to be gone for a week with zero connectivity. You got a phone. I don't care how many phones you got, but when you get there, you surrender every bit of them. The only thing I'm taking in there is like some clothes to get through the days. And I need to bring a photograph like from my childhood. And I think I got to bring a photograph from my parents.
Photograph of your parents?
Yeah. And a water bottle. And
wow, that's it?
That's it.
Not really clothes.
Bring something for being outside, so I have my hoodies.
Oh, okay.
I'm good on clothes.
Yeah. You just rotate. Just rotate. Talk about that too.
Wait a minute. So you got a problem with the fact that I wear sweats and t-shirts or sweats and hoodies every day? Do you have a problem with that or something? You better not. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't.
There's a message in the chat again. Good question. This comes from Mr. Helm. It says, what made you decide to do it? Actually, I didn't really decide it. It was offered to me and gifted to me. I don't want to say who gifted it because I can't remember if I made it public when it was gifted. Either. So I'm not going to say anything about it. And if the people involved know that I've been talking about it on air and are fine with me saying that they gifted it to me, I will then. But until then, I won't. But it was gifted to me. And Fractor says, you are brave, Aunt. Well, let me tell you another thing. It ain't necessarily about bravery. Because the first thing I heard about it was they take your phones away and you totally disconnect for a week. I raised my hand. I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I was like,
I know you were.
I was like, sign me up. I don't have no TV and ads coming at me. I don't have a phone and people pinging me. I don't have text messages. I don't have phone calls. It's just me and some sunshine. Sign me up. I was all for it because, it is not unusual for me to just take I don't even know where my phone is now. I have no problem disconnecting, and this being a controlled environment and disconnecting for 7 days. Oh, I was all in. But then they told me about all this other shit that's involved.
Yes. Got to go deeper.
And that was it. So, before we move on, we found that picture. Let me see if I could share it here on my screen here. So let's see. I'll do full screen.
I just took a picture after the show. I had a little hat on top of that. Yeah.
There it is. That's the picture. And this is.
I did my makeup. Actually, that was before. I did my makeup, my stage makeup myself. Very proud of it.
And this is from Pippin, right?
Yes. This is from Magic to Do. I was the leading player. And that coat, I borrowed it from one of the other students. It was a magic coat.
Oh, really?
You couldn't see it, though. And
a magic coat?
Well, that
did it float away when you pulled it off your arms? Did it just sit there and float?
I guess I should call it. What is it? What are they called? The little vests with the long tail? The split in the middle.
You see, this is why I don't talk in adjectives. This is why.
I describe when I don't know the proper vocabulary word at the moment, dude. Come on now.
It sounds like you're trying to say something a magician wears.
Yes. What did I say?
You're just like a magic coat. And I'm like, so what the hell does that mean? It's a magic coat. This thing just floats away.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
It
no. Yeah. No, it's not. I don't know what I was talking about. I hear it now.
Yeah.
I hear it
Like I said,
Okay.
Like I said, this is why I don't speak in a lot of adjectives.
I hear it now.
Very black and white.
Yes. Well, the vest that a magician wears, but some of them have like short tails. This one had a long splitted tail, and it was all like those mermaid, and it was all sequins. It was really, really pretty.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll get video of that too. We're going to get video of, we're going to get video of that. And
For Much Ado?
Yes.
Oh, good. That thing, I'm telling you, we'll get video of the Much Ado. I will do like I don't know, I guess I'll do like a special feed, like a one-off feed to where it'll just show up in people's downloads and I'll just show clips of it. I ain't gonna show everything because people got to pay for the art. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just do some clips of it, and especially the parts that I dove into last week. Because man, and I got a lot of feedback about that discussion. You know, people laughing at me, number one, because I was like, dude, y'all have no idea how close that theater was to being on Code Red lockdown. They were this close.
Felt his fist ball up.
I was about to shut everything down, dude. Just everything. Oh, there's the phone right there. Got it. So I guess I can mute this thing now that I have it. But what else you got going on now that this is happening?
She went to the show. She came and supported me over there at Much Ado.
Nice.
Oh,
Speaking of, she says you did a great job, Phoebe.
Thank you.
And she says nice pick.
Thank you.
Wow, Cinder Fractal loves it. Beautiful. You are so photogenic. Man, oh y'all, you're just getting all the love here.
Thank you.
All right, look here. I need y'all to slow down.
I was
a
the
little
leading player for a reason.
We got to keep this woman grounded. Don't let her ego get too big.
I was the leading player for a reason.
I need y'all to slow down just a little bit on that.
Jealousy does not look good on you.
So with all of that has happened, you had some more stuff that happened, I believe. Did. So you care to share any of that, or is it something that's
I will do public? It. Yes. Okay. It's after the show. I got a lot of really good feedback, and I asked for feedback, and I incorporated. We talked about last week.
Yeah.
So I got an email from
someone.
Yes. It's a community theater company saying that basically we saw your performance Friday night and it was, I don't know the proper word. Let me just read a little clip. So I don't want to put any words in anyone's mouth.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
Here we go again.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
I probably can get it before you.
Congratulations on your outstanding performance in Much Ado. And I have the pleasure of attending the Friday evening show, and you were impressed. And we were impressed by your work. We would like to cordially invite you to attend general auditions being held, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so I was just and the other stuff is giving me information about more work to do. And then I have a list of all of the plays that will be offered there this fall to audition for. So it's just general. And I looked up several of them, and there's several of them that I can definitely do. I'm not going back to the JC after this semester. I'm going to get out here and hit the pavement and just go.
I gotta tell you, the crowd went wild as you read that. Shout out from John Helms.
So excited.
Cinder Fractal says networking. That's exactly what that is, networking. Mm-hmm. And Miss Stafford says, how exciting, great opportunities ahead for you. And John says, go get it.
Thank you.
See, John Helms is like me. This. He gets it. He gets it. He ain't about all of the dadgum adjectives and platitudes. Shut up and just go get it.
That's why I read it, so I wouldn't add anything that wasn't there. But it was really awesome to get that. I didn't even know how to react. It was so impressive. Not impressive. I was excited and I was impressed that somebody was impressed by me.
Humbled, maybe?
That's the right word. I'm going to do better with my vocabulary as soon as I start reading more. The vocabulary will get better. I promise you. Oh,
you killed me.
It's the day.
You killed me.
It will get better.
Yes, it's definitely validating, Mary Stafford. It's definitely validating.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Agree.
I really wish I could remember what it was that was in the top of my head earlier that I wanted to bring up to you. But we're going to pause for one more quick break and maybe it pops up in my head then. So y'all stay right there. We'll be right back. And we are back. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for checking us out. Everyday people doing everyday shit. This fine, fun podcast of everyday people doing everyday shit.
For real.
We're getting ready to get out of here because I'm exhausted, but I wanted to allow her to share anything that she had on her chest or any news or updates that you feel need to be sharing.
That's it. I just got a couple more weeks, a couple scenes to do. I'm not excited about them because both of them are like roles that I would never go out for, but it's in a class that I'm not fond of. So I haven't really put a whole lot of effort into it. But one of the scenes is Blanche from A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh,
first I was paired up with this.
I thought she was going to say Golden Girls.
No.
I don't know if you're more like a Rose.
I would play that.
Blanche.
Shut up. I would play that before I would play the Blanche from Streetcar Named Desire. Yeah. And then the other scene I'm in with another person is from A Doll's House.
Thank you, Cinder. Yes, we were on the same page too.
You might, some people might know these old films or whatever they are.
Todd Hill singing "Thank You for Being a Friend."
Oh my gosh.
Such a classic.
There's a Blanche. I guess all of these are just Southern names for people with Blanches.
Yeah.
People like
Southern
Blanche.
Belle names. Southern Belle names.
They were in New Orleans, so
yeah.
I don't like neither of these.
Speaking of Nolans, I haven't been able to write recently. I think I'm up to chapter 8 in my short story, but no fear. It's still up here. I'm still in the building phase of the story, building the world, that is, as well as building the characters. Mm-hmm. And I feel really good about it. Getting started, it was really hard to get it down on the paper. I had this shit in my head, that sparked from her idea, and it was all in my head, and I couldn't figure out how to just start. And then when I finally got started, it was just going. It was going. It was flowing.
I remember you.
And if you're in the Patreon community, I've been sharing snippets of it in the Patreon community. So feel free to hop over there and check it out. Like I said, I think I'm up to 8 chapters right now. And I think that's like 15,000 words, 20,000 words, somewhere in that area.
That's impressive.
But I need to get more. I need to get more out there. I still got a long way to go. I just haven't had the energy and or time to actually write it, because if I got free time, I'm generally trying to chug a whiskey while watching Ted Lasso, or I'm either out on the playing field somewhere with a camera in front of my face, or I'm at this desk going through Indeed.com, ZipRecruiter.com, or LinkedIn or Zillow.com or Truly.
I know.
So I haven't had much free time kind of thing. Or even sitting here recording this podcast, you know.
I think I'm going to get a part-time job at somewhere. Somewhere, because they paying $20 an hour now.
Yeah, for a lot of these places now. Yeah.
And that's what it's going to take.
Tree.
If we're going to be out here, it's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to fit it in. Maybe after school is out, I can figure out where I'm going to fit it in.
You know, I think I told you this, and I'll go on record and say it now. I'm not going to say everything.
Because it's just me and you, and it's like going on. Everybody's struggling.
I was a little pissed off about 2 weeks ago when trying to figure out all of this stuff with the move and prospective landlords, nobody answers their messages. Here's somebody that's trying to rent your place and you don't want to answer the messages. So I was getting a little pissed off about that. And then I was getting pissed off about the financial side of things. And I was doing one of those applications because every single one of them costs money. I was doing one of those applications and started going through my finances and whatnot because they want to know. Mm-hmm. And with me being freelance, it's a little bit differently. And fortunately, I keep records of my shit. Mm-hmm. And so I started going through my shit. And I was like, you know what? I've been pissed off, but it ain't been that bad on the dollars and cents wise. You know what I'm saying? It's that light is still on. These lights are still on. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's granted, I miss my extra cash. I miss being able to go get that lingua burrito or that al pastor nachos here and there.
Yeah.
But it ain't been that bad, but I still need to step it up. And I still believe we're going to be fine wherever we go, because I'm going to land one of these damn interviews because there's too many people out here talking about they're hiring, but yet they won't hire somebody that's qualified like me. They full of shit.
Something is not right in the atmosphere.
Or maybe, as I told Jake, maybe it ain't for me. Maybe something else is. I don't know. So that's what I'm just going to have to find out.
Maybe you can't do anything until you get back from this trip.
That's possible too.
Oh,
no, that's the thing. That's what I wanted to bring up before we go. Backtracking, y'all. Sorry. As far as the Hoffman, again, we said it's a week long. It's a week long. And there's no connectivity. I won't be talking to any of these rascals for a whole 7 days.
I'm scared.
And then... Wait a minute. Why are you scared?
I got to learn how to cook for a week.
Okay, we're going to come back to that. Hold on. So anyway.
I'm going to Costco.
So there's a week long no communication whatsoever. And then at the end of it, they highly recommend when you leave the facility, you go check into a hotel. They don't even want you to go home.
Wow.
They don't even want you to go home to your family because they don't want you to discuss it within that first 24 hours with your family, because it could be pretty trying for some people. So they're like, don't even go home. Get a hotel. So
you're going to have to...
When she said that stuff to me, I was like, look here, woman. I need to find a place to stay. I need to find more work. You telling me I'm going to find a hotel? That ain't happening. That's just not going to happen. I told her what I will do is I will go to the beach for a day and just sit there. Because I've done that before. And so after the fact, I'm going to come home. Because she was like, no, first I was like, well, I come to the house, I can lock myself in the studio and be fine. I got air, I got the front porch, I got light, and totally isolate from you all. I know how to do, as bad as that sounds, I know how to disconnect and isolate myself in these four walls from everybody in the house, because I've had to do it from time to time if I need to focus on something or if I need to get something done. It's what I've done. That's who I am. But she was like, no, that you really need to get away. And I said, all right, I'm not getting a hotel because you ain't paying for it. I said, so I'll just go to the beach and just go park. The weather's more than likely going to be fine. I'll just go park at the beach. I got my chair. I have my music. I'll probably throw a book in the car or something. I don't even need any of that. I can literally just sit out there with the sun and the sound and go sleep or whatever. So that's another thing. I'll be gone at least one more day, but I'll have connection, but I am going to have to try to get away. Not
how many days did they want you to get a hotel room for?
I can't remember, but I'll go over all of that stuff before I go, because I got a whole freaking checklist.
Wow.
Of stuff. But I'll go over that before I go.
Wow.
But you were saying you were scared.
It's a lot I'm going to have to do.
Such as?
Are you going after school? It's out after the semester. When are you going on this trip?
It will be very soon. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Because I don't need people showing up here.
I understand. But, yeah, I got to be responsible.
Imagine that.
We had to make sure Jacob got something to eat. I got something to eat. I'm going to have to go to Starbucks and get coffee.
The coffee thing. I don't think people get this stuff.
I'm going to have to go to Starbucks and get coffee and the whole week.
But
and
dude,
+1.
There are times when I've gone away in the past for business or what have you. And the dogs freak out. They get anxiety for whatever reason. So we had to learn I would put the suitcase up in the bedroom or something, just have it out a week ahead of time, because it prior to that, whenever they saw the suitcase, they'd get sick. Kylo in particular would get sick and just vomit every day or diarrhea every day until I came back home.
Yes, it was awful.
Just separation.
Oh my goodness.
Separation
Horrible
anxiety.
Separation anxiety. I'm going to get him a sweater.
So he's gotten past that now with that practice. But then the other thing is, and this was really evident apparently back when our little niece lived with us, was whenever I left, Costco receipts showed up in the house because you were doing those meals from Costco, because you wasn't doing nothing else. You wasn't cooking.
Because
it was like everybody knows when I'm gone, because wasn't no home cooked meals or some shit. I'm like,
that's cooked at somebody's home.
That
those meals are cooked. All of those Michelini people.
You killing me, dude.
I'm not going to go there, but I will go to Costco. Is
yeah.
I might try to cook because I need to eat.
Yeah, you got the special diet and
stuff. I do, and I haven't been doing it, and I've been feeling it.
Intolerance and all of that good stuff.
Stress will do stuff to your body.
Yeah. Well, that's that. You need to go to sleep, honey. I'm gonna go get ready to go to bed. I'm gonna dump this card. I have photos from the ball game that I really should get those published tonight. Fortunately, I can do it quickly, because I'm a damn professional. I know how to do this stuff quickly and right. So I'm going to do that, but I probably won't publish the podcast until early in the morning. So your podcast catchers will get it a little bit later than usual for those of you in here watching live.
I want to give ups to my son. I'm very proud of both my sons.
Yeah.
The one in Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't never know what to call him.
Isaiah,
but he's not what's in the paper. Anyway, he has just gotten into his house and he got it all set up, paying bills, going to work, jobs and everything, going to school. He's got a hustle, and he realized the value of $1. He's starting to really realize the value of $1.
Because that college is expensive and that bill is coming due, and I was barely able. I'm not going to speak for you, but I was barely able to help before.
I know.
I can't help now.
I mean,
it's unfortunate.
It's going to happen, but it's not just
life,
us. Everybody, everywhere is slow because nobody is going anywhere.
Yeah, it's freaking life,
So
but yeah, we're definitely proud of him and what he's doing. He has continued to push himself.
Yes.
Track season didn't go quite like he wanted it, but some good has come out of that track season for him. You know, he's interning as a coach at a local middle school and getting good results.
And that's what's up, because I knew he is definitely a leader type. For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely leader management. It comes easy to him to try to explain something. And I respect him for that. Very proud of him. And Kelly, I guess I can say her name too.
Just don't say her last name.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I said just whisper.
Yeah.
And then Jacob last night was recognized, was a nominee for what is it called? Because I thought it was
as the Press Democrats Athlete of the Year. Press Democrat is a local newspaper here in Sonoma County and surrounding area. Is their coverage, and it was a good honor to be nominated. He did not win. Yeah, we all think he should have won. A little surprised he didn't. But I will say this, because I told him
sound
too.
like he needed it more than the ones that are doing all these things.
Well,
I mean, they're doing
the guy. Okay, the guy. There's two categories. There's the athlete of the year, and there's the student athlete of the year. And he definitely should have won the athlete of the year in my eyes, not the student athlete of the year, because he's not sporting no 5.0 GPA or nothing like that.
I heard 5.0 GPA. I was like, I didn't even know it could go up that high.
Yeah,
helping children walk, like medicine, like full rides to Princeton.
Yeah, these kids are like crazy smart, and they earned every bit of those accolades. Mm-hmm. You know, that's not Jacob, but athlete wise, yeah, he should have won it. But I tell
phenomenal
you,
athlete.
Like I told him going into it, because I knew this kind of stuff could happen, because it's also somewhat political with these things. Mm-hmm. I said that it's either going to be Jake wins it, or the kid Zach Holman's going to win it, because Zach Holman he sort of came out of nowhere, you know, and society likes stories like that. You know, he literally came out of nowhere. People have been talking about Jake for 4 years now.
Oh,
you know, but Zach came out of nowhere, and he's a good kid.
Jacob is an excellent kid.
Jake's right. So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I didn't even hear a lot of that kind of stuff.
Hold on. Again, this is why I said there's always a little bit of politics in it too. You know, and that's, you can take that all the way back to our awesome Heisman Trophy that we have every year in college. Yes. That's very political.
Yes, absolutely. I feel that. So,
you know, we're
just getting prepared for it. That's all.
And I also told him, I said, the thing is, yeah, you should have won it, but there's also the aspect of that wasn't for you. There's something else that's for you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I have to keep telling myself about these houses that ain't coming through. Yeah. Well, what is? Because the time is coming down. All right.
It's going to work. It's going to work.
Somewhere.
All right.
That's gonna, with our dogs. That's tough right
there. The main thing. Shout out to my man, Mr. Mike Claypool. I got a special delivery today. He was thinking about me. He sent me a care package of some cigars. So my brother from another mother, that dude, he and I, we go way back like 20 years, and we are so different on so many levels, and I love him dearly. He loves me dearly. He is freaking retired, so he's much older than I am. He's a white guy. He's a Republican conservative. I mean, we're like so different in so many ways, but I fight for that dude, and that dude will fight for me. You know what I mean? And yes, and it's been that way from day freaking one when we met back at the company called Strategic Outsourcing back in the days.
Wow.
Way back in the days. And he just befriended me, and he had no business befriending me because I was a nobody. I was a crab in that company doing data entry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. Looking back.
Sorry, I see movement outside, so it made me, I always have to check. But that was just somebody walking up the street. That's all.
Wow.
Sorry.
You can't do stuff like that. You know, you're not supposed to look behind somebody when you're talking to them and not say do I need to run?
No,
what is going on?
I need to be quiet because I need to see if they were going to do something stupid. And then if they were going to do something stupid, then I make a move. Because, you know, I don't want them to try to run away because I'm trying to bust their ass if they up here.
Okay, I understand.
That's just me. You done got bold and made it up here. Let me give you what you really asked for.
Oh, I see.
So.
I see.
Oh, Jasmine up in the house. Look here. She's like, yay, I caught it live. Look here. But guess what, chick? We getting ready to go, Myrtle. I'm tired.
I mean, and we started late, too. We started late because it was a rough start.
Some people, we just can't do something with them, man. I don't get it. Daggum Myrtle. Good to see you, dear. Good to see you.
Hello, my niece.
All right. And Biscuit, shut up. All right. Everybody, we're getting out of here. I'm tired. Biscuit is clearly losing his mind. Thank y'all for being here and showing all the support. Please continue to spread the word about the show. Love you too, Jasmine. Love you too, Demancy. Good to see you, brother. Mr. Helms, Miss Mary, Cinder. Thank y'all all for being up in here. Thank you to Ozone for being up here. Thank you for that super chat earlier, Ozone Nightmare. Keep spreading the word about the show. Again, if you want to check out some art, go to antpruitt.com/prints to get some photographs done by me to put up on your walls, be it in your office, be it in your home office, be it in your favorite bar, or if you just want to send somebody you hate some beautiful art just to put a little warmth in their heart, do that too. I'd appreciate it. Lots of items in there, including small prints, large prints, canvas prints, even jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, jigsaw puzzles of my art are available. So that's antpruitt.com/print. And if you want to be in our Patreon community, as mentioned earlier, when I get the footage and stuff, you know, I'm going to put some more member items in Patreon. So go to patreon.com/antpruitt. I've already shared some stuff from my book or short story in there. It's not a book yet. It's a short story. I've started sharing stuff in there just as a sneak peek for people that are showing some love and support. Is there anything else we need to plug? Yeah, no.
Okay. Not that I know of.
Okay, good. All right, everybody, be good, be easy, do something good and nice for yourself, do something nice for somebody else. Also create and dominate. And I may see y'all Friday for creative office hours because, again, I'm sleepy. Peace out.